Hey guys, it's Cathy Cat from Ask Japanese, and this time I'm gonna answer a couple of questions that you left on our community tab. This time it's about working in Japan, so stay tuned. First question was from Lamas Lunaticas. How hard is it for a foreigner to get good living in Japan? It's harder than in other countries. Now that totally depends on what your good living standards are and what you expect. They're generally, for example, in my opinion, from what I've seen, a little bit less than in Germany, but higher than in other countries. So for example, we have really good doctors, we have cheap healthcare, and we have generally a more higher salary in Germany and lots more social security, looking after people, also very much about ingredients and food and similar things like that. However, again, other countries don't have the same qualifications. So for example, when I speak with my American friends, they say no, you know, health insurance, doctors, just as expensive in America. So there are quite a lot of similarities. Depends on where you're from. Also depends on a foreigner in Japan. What are your qualifications? You cannot compare a foreigner who comes here without a degree to a foreigner who has maybe a doctor's degree. Depending on what qualifications you bring to the table, you have better chances. One thing that will not be good for you is not having a university degree. You generally should have a university degree when you come to work in Japan, because generally the average Japanese person goes to university. So when you look and when it's about deciding if you can get a work visa or not, they will see what makes you better than a Japanese person. Why should you get a visa and a job above a Japanese person? So you always need to make sure that you have some kind of qualifications that will make you employable in Japan and give you a good reason for getting a visa. The average salary for an English teacher here in Japan is sometimes higher than the average salary of a Japanese person, because foreigners will have certain qualifications and foreigners will also need to have certain life standards in order to actually maintain being able to live here. Okay, Ison9 asks, do Japanese work a whole week or is there something like a weekend in Japan? Really depends on your work, really depends on your industry. Generally, I know that some of my friends, they really don't get home before the last train and they just about get the weekend, but they are expected to pay, well, to do a lot of unpaid overtime. So one of my friends, she is there pretty much from Monday morning until night, the last train, and it doesn't matter that she's a girl, she's working super hard all the time and the weekend is the only time she gets time off. However, I know when I, for example, was working a different job, we were all supposed to work through weekends sometimes, absolutely unpaid as well. So it really depends on the company you go to. Yeah, but don't expect many holidays on average. Generally, what many Japanese people do is there are 6 sick days you're allowed to by law, apparently, what I've heard, unless it's changed recently, and some people never take those sick days. Many people do actually take their holidays for sick days, so they save up their holidays in case they're sick sometime. So yeah. Not so much holidays. Gigi Hoff asks, could non-native English speakers work at kindergartens in Tokyo? That, first of all, depends again, do you have a degree or not? Do you have a teaching degree and do you have a master's or a bachelor's degree? You'll need that. It also depends on what kind of non-native speaker you are. I've been told before I don't have the perfect visa because I'm not an English native speaker. It is, guys, it is a lot harder if you're not an English native speaker. I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot of trouble with that. But the more qualifications you can get for yourself, degree-wise, will help you so much for your future, no matter whether you want to live in Japan or not. Even if it doesn't work out in the end, at least you'll have the degree that can take you anywhere around the world. I know that many of you guys have a dream of coming and working in Japan, and I'm not saying it's impossible, but you need to have a plan and you need to prepare it and bring some qualifications. The more qualifications you bring to the table, the more employable you'll make yourself in Japan. So if you want to be a model, then you might actually have to still get a degree. One of my friends, she's a doctor. She has a doctor's degree and does modeling here in Tokyo. So always have some extra qualifications. Make sure that you'll have lots on your plate that other people will want to have, so you can make yourself employable and come over here and make your dreams come true. So I hope this helped you guys. You can still ask me questions. We're gonna ask you those questions on our community tab. So whenever it's gonna go, hey, it's Cathy Cat, send me your questions, put your questions down below. So you need to be subscribed for that to enable for me to see your questions on that tab. So subscribe and click on the notification symbol so you don't miss your chance to ask me questions. Hope this helped you guys a little bit, and do what you love what you do. Catch you soon on Ask Japanese. Bye!